Hello and welcome to another BZPower set review. I am BZPower reporter Xccj, and today we are reviewing the Blue Series 2 Mixels, the Frosticons. First we have set 41509, Slumbo. Next is set 41510, Lunk. Finally, we have set 41511, Flurr. These are the new wave of Mixels that are blue, clearly, and it has some different kind of creatures in the first series. A closer look at the back shows us the Frosticon's Max character that we'll be building. Also pictured are the other Mixels in the second series, including the brown and orange ones. And now to open the bag. And here are the parts from the three Mixel sets. First, you have the parts from Slumbo. There are 61. Slumbo also includes the Nixel for this series, which comes with a printed plate. It also comes with a couple of pieces in this medium azure color, including this wedge and a couple of plates. It comes with a old Rock Raiders crystal in trans medium blue that is different from the trans light blue that you get. One of the interesting pieces in this set is this weapon. It previously came with some of the Galaxy Squad sets, so I think this is the cheapest set this has come in. Also interesting, you get the new minifig head with the eyeball on it, because Slumbo utilizes a new eye selection. So that's cool. Then you have Lunk with a total of 51 pieces. One of the interesting features of Lunk is these new medium azure cheese slopes. I guess they're not new, but they're cool. You also have the 2x1 45-degree slope. Lunk and Flurr also come with these clear Ninjago sword weapons from last year, so it's cool to get these in some new sets. And then also the ball joint eyes that came in the Series 1 Mixels. Over here for Flurr, you have 46 pieces. Some of the notable ones are the medium azure curved slope, the old dragon wings. It's cool to get these again. Some more dark azure, as well as this tooth piece. It's come out in a few other sets, but it's kind of neat to have again. Of course, you also have some of the new mini ball joint pieces. You don't have quite as good a selection as in the last series within the blue guys, but you have some, and you can see how the pieces work, and it's nice and tight. And also the socket work with older ball joint pieces, so you can fit them in Technic pins and axles, and those are utilized in this set. So overall, you have a nice selection of pieces for each one, and together there's a lot of blue and medium azure, plus some nice blacks and whites, and trans medium blue, and then trans light blues. So it's a good blue selection. But enough about the pieces, let's get building. And here we have it, the Frosticon Mixels. First up is Slumbo. He's more of an average humanoid with the arms and the legs. Pretty basic, only the legs have the ball joints. He can't really swing his legs backwards and forwards thanks to the joint here, but there's still a fair amount of movement. He has arms with the swivel on them, and his hands had these weapon pieces in them, so he looks pretty menacing, especially with his little crystal crown. But the coolest part about Slumbo is the minifigure eyes topped with the blue helmet eyelids. It makes him look, honestly, a little sleepy. It goes, blue. So I think it's a really creative use, and I know some of the other Mixels also utilize cool headgear for the eyes, so it's pretty interesting. And here he is from behind. So yeah, he's a pretty solid figure. Not the most diverse build, but still pretty fun. He comes with some cool pieces, and he has a fair amount of movement, more so than the other Frosticon Mixels. And he also comes with their Nixel friend, who, well, I mean, it's a Nixel. Next up is Lunk. What a great name, Lunk. He has a big old head that has the ball joint attached to the body, but the snap hinges on the rest of the neck. He has the ball joint eyeballs that look kind of goofy, and 2 of the Ninjago swords as his nose. Woo! His arms are just hinges, so nothing too great about that. And his feet use the Technic pin ball joint piece. So he has an even more limited range. He doesn't really have legs as much as just feet that are attached to his hips. So that's interesting, but of course he has quite the long neck. So you can do movements like that. So that's kind of interesting. He's not quite as mobile as Slumbo, but still great. And he has a transparent piece on his belly. And overall, looks nice. Looks like a nice tall character. The long neck really gives him personality. Finally, we have Flurr. Flurr takes it to a new level and gives us a flying creature. The head is attached to a socket so it can move around with pretty good freedom. The wings are just attached to clips. They're the old dragon wings. We've seen these a lot in recent years, but it's cool to have them back. They're black, not a new color, but still good. The legs are, again, a lot like Lunk's. They're more like feet attached to the hips, but for a bird, that kind of works. And he has a Ninjago sword tongue or whatever, and he has a nice little tail that has the clip hinges on it. Ooh. So he has a lot of character, really different from some of the other Mixels so far, and a flying creature. So I really like him. In fact, I would say he's almost my favorite of the Frosticon characters. So there you have it. You get the 3 Frosticons. Each are $4.99 USD and come with between 40 and 60 pieces. So not bad. Lots of blues, some decent mobility, some nice characters. So yeah, definitely a collectability factor to these. So there's definitely pros and cons to each of them. So if you're in it for the piece count or the character, there's a lot going for it. But wait, what if you want all 3? Well, then you can build the Frosticons Max. What does that look like? And here is the Frosticon Max. Okay, I'll admit at the time of this build, they didn't have instructions online. But eventually this is where you'll be able to find instructions to build this and the other Max characters. The build right here is based on this picture right here. So it shows us kind of what it looks like. It's a fairly interesting creature. Its mouth has a hinge right here. Nom nom nom. Its hands utilize the Galaxy Squad weapon piece as well as the Ninjago sword. And it has movable feet and a little bit of a tail. It has some nice mobility, has a cool look, and the helmet eyes still make it look kind of sad and tired. And it can go and beat up on the Nixel. Wee-hee, I stole the wings! Haha. And that's it for the Frosticon Mixels. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to tune in to BZPower for even more set reviews, including the rest of the Mixels, as well as other sets like Chima and Hero Factory. Whoosh.